I'm your Lakeshore neighborhood reporter, Abby Hamachek, outside the Lakeshore Cat Building, the new home for the Manitowoc Warming Shelter. And inside, volunteers are getting ready for another season of warmth and support for those in need this winter. The Manitowoc Warming Shelter is open for the season, now in a new location. After 3 seasons at First Presbyterian Church, the shelter has moved into the Lakeshore Cat Building.
So it really is a help for residents.
The shelter operates from 6:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. on weekdays and 5:30 p.m. to 8 a.m. on weekends, with 12 beds available and meals offered to everyone that stops by.
So the warming shelter provides a safe, a secure location where guests can also not simply be warm, but be able to take that deep breath.
Pastor Matthew Sowers says when guests arrive, they pick out their cot and receive a bin of linens, then head to the dining room for a hot meal, TV and relaxation, or to use the provided tablets to reply to emails or apply for jobs. The shelter also stocks hats, mittens, coats, and basic toiletries.
And it's all laid out where they can kind of shop and pick out versus just take this, take this, take this. So if there's a certain brand of soap that they like, they have the right to pick what one they want. And
the shelter is run by about 200 volunteers, from cooks to night monitors. President of the steering committee, Ken Walters, says,
They're not clients, they're not patients, they're guests, and we treat them like guests with full respect.
Walters also handles intake and says the impact runs both ways.
I think myself and every single volunteer realize how blessed we are.
Volunteers like Jennifer Gleichner, who helps as a night monitor, says the connections are what keep her coming back.
It just seemed like the right thing to do. I think all of us need to be aware of the fact that most of us are closer to having more in common with an unhoused person than we are billionaires and corporations.
The shelter says they're still in need of volunteers, especially night monitors, as they're working towards building a freestanding facility. In Manitowoc, Abby Hamachek, NBC 26.